They say knowing when to fight is strength, but knowing when to walk away, that's wisdom. Think about it. Most of the pain in life doesn't come from stepping into the wrong door. It comes from refusing to leave it once we realize we're in the wrong place. We stay in draining relationships long after the love has dried up. We stay in jobs that strangle our spirit because we're afraid of the unknown. We stay in friendships, habits, even identities, because walking away feels like failure. But here's the paradox. Sometimes walking away isn't giving up. It's leveling up. And that's what this video is about. The subtle art of walking away. Before we dive in, if you enjoy content like this, lessons for old souls, seekers, and anyone tired of living on autopilot, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the Old Souls Guide. Now, let's begin. Part 1. Why walking away is so hard. Walking away sounds simple. In reality, it feels like ripping out a piece of yourself. Why? Because humans are wired to attach, to people, to routines, to comfort zones, even if that comfort zone is a cage. We crave certainty. Our brains love the familiar, even when it hurts. It's why people say things like, better the devil you know than the devil you don't, or maybe it'll get better if I just stay a little longer. But the truth? Most situations don't improve because of time. They improve because of change. And sometimes the bravest change is stepping away. Part 2. The cost of staying too long. Picture this. You're holding a rope in a game of tug-of-war. The longer you grip it, the deeper it cuts into your hands. At first, the pain is tolerable. Then it burns. Then it bleeds. Most people don't let go, not because they enjoy suffering, but because they've already invested so much energy pulling. This is called the sunk cost fallacy, the trap of staying simply because you've already stayed. But every day you hold on, you lose a little more of yourself, your peace, your energy, your clarity. And here's the cruel irony. The longer you stay, the harder it feels to leave. Part 3. The myth of failure. Walking away often feels like failure. Society tells us quitting equals weakness. Quit your job? You're irresponsible. Leave a relationship. You didn't try hard enough. Change direction in life? You're lost. But what if quitting isn't failure at all? What if it's choosing not to fail yourself? Think of it this way. Walking away isn't the opposite of commitment. It's the recognition that not everything or everyone deserves your commitment. That's the subtle art, knowing the difference. Part 4. Red flags and silent signals. So how do you know when it's time to walk away? It rarely comes with sirens or flashing lights. More often, it whispers, when conversations feel more like negotiations than connections, when showing up feels like betrayal to yourself, when the idea of staying fills you with dread, but the idea of leaving fills you with relief, when your growth demands space, the situation refuses to give. The whisper doesn't say, leave now. It simply asks, how much longer can you ignore me? Part 5. The fear factor. Let's be honest. Walking away terrifies us. Not because leaving is painful, but because the space after leaving is empty. And humans hate emptiness. That space is where old identities collapse, where silence replaces noise, where you're no longer who you were, but not yet who you're becoming. That's the in-between, the liminal space, and it's uncomfortable. But here's the secret. It's also where transformation begins. Part 6. The power of pausing. Walking away doesn't always mean walking toward something immediately. Sometimes it means pausing, breathing, letting the dust settle before deciding the next step. Old souls understand this well. The world screams, "What's next? What's next?" But wisdom whispers, "Nothing. For now, nothing." The pause is not wasted time, it's healing time. It's where you reclaim energy that was leaking into the wrong places. Part 7. Walking away from people. One of the hardest forms of walking away is from people. Friends, lovers, even family. But not everyone deserves front row seats in your life. Some people drain you, belittle you, or only love you under conditions. And here's the hard truth. Unconditional love doesn't mean unconditional access. You can love someone from afar. You can forgive them without keeping them close. Walking away from people isn't cruelty. It's clarity. Part 8. Walking away from habits. It's not always people. Sometimes it's habits. Scrolling endlessly. Drinking to cope. Overthinking until 3 a.m. We don't realize it, but habits are relationships too, and some of them are toxic. Walking away here means building distance between who you are and the patterns keeping you from who you could be. It's a slow goodbye, one choice at a time. Part 9. Walking away from your old self. And sometimes, the person you need to walk away from is you, or rather, the version of you that no longer fits, the identity built on survival, on proving yourself, on chasing approval, the self who tolerated things just to belong. When you walk away from that self, it feels like death, but what's dying is only the mask. The real you? That's just beginning. Part 10. Practical ways to master the art. So how do you practice this subtle art without burning bridges or yourself? Here are a few guiding principles. 1. Clarity before action. Ask, does this add to my growth or subtract from it? 2. Start small. Walk away from a draining conversation, from a task that doesn't align, from a role you've outgrown. 3. Detach gently. Walking away doesn't require dramatic exits. Sometimes it's quiet, gradual, like turning the page in a book. 4. Anchor to values. Leave not because you're running from fear, but because you're walking toward integrity. 5. Trust the empty space. The void after leaving feels scary, but it's not punishment. It's potential. Part 11. The freedom after the exit. Here's the part nobody talks about. The freedom after walking away isn't immediate fireworks. It's subtle. It's the quiet relief of not forcing anymore. The energy that returns when you're no longer pouring it into the wrong well. The peace that comes not from having the right answers, but from finally asking the right questions. It's not dramatic. It's steady. And that steadiness, that's priceless. Part 12. Final word. Walking away is not weakness. It's not failure. It's not selfish. It's choosing peace over chaos, truth over illusion, growth over comfort. It's knowing that endings are not the opposite of beginnings. They are the beginning. So if you're standing at the edge, afraid to let go, remember this. The art of walking away isn't about leaving everything behind. It's about making space for what was meant to find you all along. And that's the subtle art. If this video spoke to you, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who might need this message, and subscribe to the Old Souls Guide, so you never miss more reflections like this one. Until next time, take care of your soul.